but it also for food, it's working. And remember when I went and did my high blood pressure test, I told you I ate my breakfast with hibiscus tea. I
So
drank some hibiscus.
can you share what your breakfast was?
Oh, you know how I eat. I drank my,
I know it wasn't
I know,
I know it
I
wasn't
know.
no cheeseburger
Oh no,
or
I didn't
some
eat no
sausage and
cheese.
egg.
You're funny. It wasn't no eggs and bacon. But okay, I mean,
Exactly.
if you want to roll like that, do that. But if you're gonna roll like
Yeah.
that, you drink some hibiscus tea.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Brew Report. Thank you so much for joining us again. As always, we're here to talk about all things nutrition, health, wellness, all those great things. But be sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. The way YouTube works is it's all about the algorithm. So when you like and you comment and you subscribe or you share the videos, more people get to see our videos because YouTube is like, oh, okay, people are really liking these videos. Let's go out and feature this video on our homepage. So that would do wonders for our channel and we can continue to spread the knowledge, which is what we intend to do. That is truly our purpose here is to just spread the knowledge when it comes to health. And as I've always said, anything we discuss today, make sure that you always consult your health providers because, look, we are here just sharing our research. We are not telling you that something is a cure all. But today we are talking about hibiscus tea. Hibiscus tea has so many great benefits. It's a powerful drink, has plenty of antioxidants. Some of the benefits include possibly helping to lower blood pressure, possibly having fat blocking properties. So it may help with the weight loss. And it also may have some benefit when it comes to breast cancer, which is very significant. So we're going to talk about it. You know, hibiscus tea is quite popular. I've seen hibiscus tea at Starbucks. I've seen it at other popular coffee spots, maybe even at restaurants. So hibiscus tea is out there. You've probably seen it. You might even consume it occasionally, but now you're going to learn about the benefits. So next, I'll take it to my dad. He'll talk about the science behind hibiscus tea and hopefully you enjoy.
Hibiscus tea. They tested 280 beverages. And guess what? Matcha green tea, which we have talked about, was number two. The highest antioxidant beverage is hibiscus tea. It has all kinds of antioxidants in it. And basically, let me just kind of talk about some of those antioxidants. Anthocyanins, which we've already talked about in terms of heart disease and cancer. It has flavonoids, which help to neutralize free radicals and reduce cellular damage, anti-inflammatory, and may reduce blood pressure. It has vitamin C, and it has another antioxidant, which I will talk about later, called protocatechuic acid. And it also has chlorogenic acid, which also supports weight loss and blood pressure, lowers blood pressure. And of course, it has the organic acids like citrus, malic, hibiscus acid. Now, let's talk about the one thing that it is clearly known for, and that is reducing blood pressure. A Tufts study found that drinking 3 cups a day led to a 6 point drop in systolic blood pressure, which is the upper level, potentially reducing stroke deaths by 14% and fatal heart attacks by 9%. In comparison to blood pressure medication, it was just as effective in many cases without the side effects. Now, I did a self study. I did a little self test on me. I do not have high blood pressure because, as you know, we eat mainly plant based. We only eat meat maybe once or twice a week. So I went out and tested it. I took hibiscus teas, takes about an hour to 2 hours to have an effect in your body. And it basically, I waited. I ate before breakfast. I took my blood pressure, and then I ate my breakfast. And then about an hour and a half later, I basically went and tested my blood pressure again. So I tested it before breakfast and then an hour and a half after breakfast. And like I said, I'm not hypertensive. And so my average blood pressure was about 112 over 71 before breakfast. But after I drank the hibiscus tea, it went down to an average of 106 over 68.6. Now that's not
So it
hypo,
was on point.
right? So I am not low blood pressure because low blood pressure is 90 over 60. So I'm still, at what I consider to be the lower range of blood pressure, but I have very good blood pressure. And so
Yes, you do.
that basically validates what Tuff said. I just tried it on myself, and we'll show you the averages. Now, one thing they tell you to do about when you take high blood pressure tests, to do it about 3 times so that you can get an average. So that's what I did. I averaged out 3 tests each time, and that's what my averages were. And so, that was amazing to me. That was amazing to me.
It is
And so,
amazing.
yeah, and that's something, I just eat a good diet. Stacey and I, as everyone we've already told you, we eat mainly plant-based. We do eat meat once or twice a week, but we mainly eat plant-based. So that's consistent with that. Now,
Yes.
one caution. If you are drinking hibiscus tea and also taking high blood pressure pills, you have to consult with your doctor because you do not
Yes.
want your blood pressure to go south because of the double effect. Now, keep in mind,
Mhm.
hibiscus tea doesn't have any side effects, but high blood pressure pills, we know some of them have side effects. But do not, under any circumstances, drink hibiscus tea and also take high blood pressure pills. You need to consult with your doctor about how you can maybe sequence that, but we aren't going to give you any medical advice on that. Now, the other study, and then Stacy can chime in anytime she wants to talk about this. Now, remember, I talked about some of the antioxidants in there, like chlorogenic acid. Okay, I talked about uh, some other antioxidants that may even help with weight loss. So, what they found out was they did a study and they found out that people who were drinking, they were eating basically the same amount of food, and they found out that after they started drinking hibiscus tea, that they found out that they were losing anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds per month. And they really took a while to figure this out. And Stacey, you know that because you drink hibiscus tea all the time, and you've
I
been
do,
able
but
to.
I had no idea that it was helping folks lose weight. So no wonder why I was losing so much weight once
Right.
I was starting this new lifestyle. Let's call it a lifestyle, not a diet. But yeah, I started this lifestyle. But the key is yes, hibiscus tea has fat blocking properties, as my dad is mentioning. But I also, like I said, overall, I eat healthy and I also exercise uh, most days out of the week. So I believe still in combination. You drink your hibiscus tea, but still maintain a healthy lifestyle. And yes, I have lost a lot of weight, as you saw from our very first video, where I showed you my before and after pictures. So,
Right. Right. And that one, as a woman, you will be very concerned about your breasts. And there was a study that was done with hibiscus tea in addition to chemotherapy. And what they found was that when you added hibiscus tea or his hibiscus tea extract with chemotherapy, what they call an adjuvant effect. In other words, it was an assistant. In other words, it assists with the chemotherapy. Now, that's clearly if you have breast cancer, it's clearly something you must talk to your oncologist about. But what they found was that it attacked the booger bear, which is the triple negative breast cancer.
wow.
And so that was some heavy stuff. And when I saw
Yeah.
that, I said, "Whoa."
Hmm.
But you have to believe some of that because like I said, hibiscus tea is the highest antioxidant beverage. Okay, it's the highest antioxidant beverage. And so,
Yeah.
so between high blood pressure and now weight loss, now in some cases cancer, that's huge.
Yeah,
Now,
especially just real quick with the breast cancer. That's huge also because it's my understanding that a lot of particularly Black women deal with dense breasts. And I know I have dense breasts. So that's another reason to drink hibiscus tea, in addition to what we talked about, I believe about 2 weeks ago, the matcha green tea and the mushrooms. But add that hibiscus tea to your daily diet. Again, talk to your doctors, but add that to your daily diet if you can, because of what my dad just said. Because I believe with the triple negative, it's a complicated side of breast cancer because apparently it's hard to target those particular cells. But the hibiscus tea apparently targets those cancerous cells and actually does not uh, have an impact on your normal cells. So that's the beauty again of consuming whole foods or consuming nature. So as opposed to just a medicine. So yeah, a lot of great benefits. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and NIH just did another study on one of the other antioxidants in hibiscus tea called protocatachewic acid, call it PCA. And they found out that this has neurological benefits. In other words, it may help with Parkinson's disease, it may help with Alzheimer's and other neurological or what they call generative disorders. And so that study just started in
Wow.
2023. So again,
Okay.
when you look at all of those antioxidants in hibiscus tea, you had to figure out that eventually the researchers were going to dig deeper into it to find out what some of these antioxidants are actually doing and what they could help with. Now, caution, caution. There is a mineral in hibiscus tea that's called manganese. And so what they found out, you cannot have too much manganese in your system. So what they recommend is you do not drink more than a quart of hibiscus tea per day. So we kind of keep ourselves around 24 ounces, 18 to 24 ounces, because we also put it in our smoothies.
Mhm.
Put them in our smoothies because what they found out is there's a synergistic effect between hibiscus tea and the antioxidants in blueberries and strawberries. So it has this enhancing or boosting effect. We've always had
Wow.
it in our smoothies, and we'll talk about that at some point in the future. But the bottom line is you put them in your smoothies. We put the liquid base for our smoothies are hibiscus tea and whole soy milk or pea protein milk. So that's another real good benefit to it.
Right. And speaking of recipes, eventually, like my dad said, we'll get more into our smoothies. We'll show some of those recipes, but we do actually have a video of us making the hibiscus tea, even though, I mean, it's just simply making tea, it's not that difficult, but you at least get some idea of how we make it in terms of how many tea bags we use and the use of the lemon or lime, any type of citrus. And yeah, I'll have that video up on our YouTube page in the shorts area, and also we'll have it on our social media pages, which is just all social media wellness blue, no E on the blue. And just real quick, in our description box, I will link some recommended hibiscus tea bags you can purchase on Amazon. And again, we may get a commission, but it's really, again, about you choosing the right product when it comes to what we're talking about.
Yeah, and tell them about what we do. And now, one of the things is you need to have a high enough concentration of the hibiscus tea. So we basically recommend one bag per 4 to 6 ounces of water. We recommend that you do it cold brewed. Cold brewed is actually better because you're not interfering. Heat sometimes can interfere with antioxidants. So we do it cold brewed. So it becomes a real refreshing cold drink in the refrigerator. And
Yes.
you have to let it sit for probably
Mhm.
about 2 hours before it really, uh, you know, permeates in other words, you get enough concentration of it. But 4 to 6 ounces, one bag per 4 to 6 ounces. And the other thing you have to be careful of because we are at a limit to ours, but because it is a citric acid type drink, and all citric acid drinks should follow the same precaution. After you drink it, you should rinse your mouth out to get all of the acid off of your teeth because you don't want to degrade the enamel on your teeth. So in essence, just use the same precaution as you would if you were drinking orange juice or a grapefruit juice or whatever. You should be rinsing your mouth out to get the acidity off of your teeth.
Good tips there.
Yeah.
Yes. So, any other additions? In general, hibiscus tea is pretty easy to make. I have seen people add mint. Like I said, you can do lemon or lime, but that's pretty much it when it comes to hibiscus teas. Any other additions you feel?
Well, I think you drink them on what the one study says you need to drink it on a full stomach because of the acidity, and it's
Mhm.
best to drink it on a full stomach. And again, it's mixing in with other antioxidants, and because it has so many antioxidants in it, it kind of has that synergistic effect, like I just mentioned about the blueberries and the strawberries. But it also for food, it's working. And remember, when I went and did my high blood pressure test, I told you I ate my breakfast with hibiscus tea. I
So
drank some hibiscus.
can you share what your breakfast was?
Oh, you know how I eat. I drank my,
I know it wasn't
I know,
I know it
I
wasn't
know.
no cheeseburger
Oh no,
or
I didn't
some
eat no
sausage and
cheese.
egg.
You're funny. It wasn't no eggs and bacon. But okay, I mean,
Exactly.
if you want to roll like that, do that. But if you're gonna roll like
Yeah.
that, you drink some hibiscus tea because
But
you
but
need
tell the
something to
people what
counter that.
yeah,
You
but
need
tell the
something to counter
people
all
what you
that fat.
ate. Tell the
Yeah,
people
in
what
fact,
you
that'd be a
ate.
good test. I'm not gonna do it, but that'd be a good test
Well,
to have
I
somebody
can
say,
do
"Go
it on my free day if you want me to, because I'm
do it,
I'm not as strict
do
as
it."
my dad. If you want me to be the guinea pig,
You can go ahead. You
is
be the guinea pig, and then we come back with your results.
oh wait,
Okay.
let's be clear because we were kind of talking. So what are we doing? Where you want me to test it with a fattening breakfast?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be a good test. Test it with a
Okay.
fattening breakfast because I ate my smoothie, my nuts,
Okay.
et cetera. I don't eat crazy.
We know
Okay.
that I just wanted you to share what your breakfast was.
All right. Well, but even with that breakfast, my blood pressure went down.
So
Think
it
about
was a
that.
smoothie,
A
nuts, and
smoothie,
hibiscus tea.
nuts, and hibiscus tea.
Okay. Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
that was it for me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now what you could do is you take your blood pressure before breakfast, come back,
Mm-hmm.
eat your breakfast with hibiscus tea, wait at least an hour and a half to 2 hours later, and then do your blood pressure again. Again, you run it in threes so that you get an average because your blood pressure
Okay.
fluctuates.
So
People
maybe
don't
next
realize.
week, right. So maybe next week I'll share my test results with the
Yeah, do
hibiscus
that.
tea, even though we'll talk about other things next week, but we'll start with what my test results were. But let's be clear, normally my breakfast is similar to my dad's. It's a smoothie. But on a free day, hey, I don't mind being a guinea pig for this. I'll go get me a
In
sausage
fact,
and egg
I have a good
sandwich.
friend. I have a good friend, and I'm gonna roll on him. I'm gonna say, all right, you love this bacon. I know you love your
Oh,
bacon.
now the
He
bacon, I don't know.
he's not gonna give up bacon. I don't care what happens. He said, I don't care what happens, brewer. I'm not giving up my bacon. I said, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, well, at least drink some hibiscus tea with your bacon. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. And
That's
that's
it's
funny.
funny you said that. I won't name names, but someone had some pig's feet the other day, and
Oh
I
Lord.
told them the same thing. Please drink some hibiscus tea. Now I'm learning along with your meal, but
That's
I
right. You
was
drink it
gonna
with
say
your
after
meal.
the meal, but yeah,
Right.
along with the
And
meal. But I
if
just
you
said to
drinking
drink it.
if you're doing bacon and pig's feet, you better drink at least 12 ounces of hibiscus tea
Yeah,
because you're
and to
gonna
be honest, it's not even about oh, you ate the meat and all that. I sometimes if I feel even on my vegetarian or vegan diet, if I've had something I feel is a little high in sodium, I'll drink that hibiscus tea to ensure. I mean, I look
yeah.
at it as a lowering, like you said, a blood pressure.
Right, right. I do my green. As we've already discussed, I do my matcha green tea first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and sometimes later in the day on an empty stomach. But I drink hibiscus tea with my meals. Now we don't have to do it so much with our breakfast because hibiscus tea is in the smoothie. Okay,
Right.
right. So
And like I said, I'm just starting to do that. I didn't,
right,
you know.
right. Hibiscus tea is in the smoothie. So, but for people who don't have this our smoothie recipe yet, now I haven't implemented that. Drink you some hibiscus tea with your breakfast. You can still have your coffee and all that kind of stuff, but throw in a little bit of hibiscus tea. Knock down that blood pressure.
Right. Well, yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else. That's our talk on hibiscus tea. Hopefully, we have encouraged you to consume more of it. If some of you may be out there already consuming it, but maybe you're consuming more, or if you haven't tried it, hopefully we've inspired you to try that hibiscus tea, the highest antioxidant beverage out of 280 is what you said? 280.
280 beverages. I
That's
think
amazing.
we'll show the chart, by the way. I think we'll show the chart, but it's
Yes.
280
Yeah.
beverages.
So it's at the
Numero
top.
uno is hibiscus tea.
So look, if you like to be number one and feel number one, drink hibiscus tea. But that's our show for today. Like I said at the top, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help to spread the news about this channel. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, peace.